The international award this year goes to Aasif Sultan, a journalist with the Kashmir Narrator monthly magazine. Aasif Sultan was imprisoned last August and is accused of aiding insurgents, even though all he did was to report on them. Before he was imprisoned, police seized his electronic devices and notebooks. They interrogated him about his sources, and they tried to get him to become an informant. Sultan's case reflects the worsening conditions for the press and citizenry in Kashmir, which is, you probably all know, a region in northern India where control is divided between India and Pakistan. The Indian-controlled section has been semi-autonomous for decades, but the current Indian government moved to bring the region fully under its control. It instituted a crackdown that left journalists struggling to report the news. Many have been incarcerated or beaten. Here to receive the award on behalf of Aasif Sultan is John Donnelly, senior writer for Congressional Quarterly Roll Call, president of Military Reporters and Editors, and chair of the National Press Club Press Freedom Team. Please welcome John.
Thank you, Barbara. It is an honor to receive this award on behalf of Aasif Sultan and his family. We chose Aasif Sultan to receive an Obishan Award this year because his situation is so unjust and dire, and because his case reflects a crisis in the Indian state of Kashmir for journalists and for all citizens there. Barbara told you a little bit about what's happening there in Kashmir. Largely as a result of that crackdown, it was not practical for any of Aasif's family members to come here and receive the award, but we're grateful and lucky that Aasif's brother Omar, who teaches in Saudi Arabia, was able to send us a video message on this occasion.
My name is Omar Sultan, brother of Aasif Sultan, who is awarded with John Obishan Press Freedom Award by the National Press Club. I, on behalf of my brother Aasif Sultan, as jail journalist, I'm thankful to the National Press Club for this award, as it's an honor and privilege. I also thank them on behalf of my father, who is highly thankful from the core of his heart. Actually, it all happened with publication of an article on a militant commander of Hizbul Mujahideen, Burhan Wani, in 2018. When the article was published, Aasif started receiving threats and phone calls and emails talking about, revealing his source. And ultimately, he was accused of harboring militants. As a result of that, our family suffered, and our parents suffered, and wife of Aasif Sultan, and with a daughter who was at the time a toddler, and who is day in and day out looking for his dad. Unfortunately, with the recent clampdown that has happened 2 months before, apart from turning Kashmir into an open air prison, it is very difficult and dangerous time to be a journalist in Kashmir. And ultimately, one can understand, if this is the state of a journalist, what could be the condition of a common man. Thank you.
Thank you, Omer.
Thank you, John, for those important and inspiring words. And the reason I was so eager to get the picture is because we want to be able to send it to Aasif's family, and maybe it'll get to him too somehow, someday.